Once more, good morning, friends. Just we studied that Mendel performed the experiment on Physampsatimum. Whatever the steps he made in his experiment, to know well the experiment of the Mendel, we must know the terminology used by the Mendel and some symbols used by the Mendel in his experiment. So that first of all here we going to introduce some terms and symbols used by the Mendel. The first term, that is character. Mendel used the character, the term first, that is, it is nothing but a specific feature of an organism. Likewise, we know that if a tea plant is taken, the specific feature of the tea plant, suppose, is height of the stem. This is one of the specific character of the tea plant. So, character is nothing but a specific feature of an organism. That was not only the tea plant but also other living organisms' character. Suppose in case of human being, the skin color is one of the specific character. Mendel told it as a character. Okay. Now the second term, the trait. The trait is nothing but the inherited character and its detectable variant. Inherited character means, suppose just I told you that as a character. Character is inherited, means it is going to transmit from one generation to the next. If a character of stem of the tall stem is transmitted, means inherited, that is inherited character, that is height of the stem, is transmitted, and what is observed in the progeny, in the offspring, in the next generation, tall or dark, whatever the detection or observation is we made, that is the detectable variant we found in the next generation, and that is what is trait by the Mendel. Now, third term is factor. Factor is the word used by the Mendel, or something also used by the Mendel. It is nothing but the transmission of character is made by a small particle, and that is named by Mendel as a factor or something. Nowadays, same factor is labeled as a gene. Remember, Mendel's factor nowadays so called as a gene. Gene is the term used after the Mendel. Mendel used a factor or something which is transmitting from one generation to another. Mendel named was in his experiment as a factor, and same factor nowadays called as a gene. Gene is a small segment of DNA which is inheriting the characters from one generation to the next generation. Now, fifth, allele, or allele is an abbreviated form of allomorph. Both two are the same, or one. Allelomorph, shortcut we can say it as alleles. Alleles are nothing but the alternative form of the genes present on the same locus of the chromosome. Now, alternative form, suppose capital T and small t. Capital T is the character for tallness, that is height of the stem, and small t is the gene for the dwarfness. Both capital T as well as small t, both are the indicating the height of the stem, even though the capital T is small alleles, that is dwarf allele is small t. It means that the capital T and small t are alleles of each other, or allelomorphs of the each other. They are located in the specific locus or same locus on the chromosome. Now that alleles. Now next term is dominant. Dominant means we take the meaning in general also, dominancy. if two friends are there, one friend is going to express itself always, another friend is just listener. Everything, but whatever may be right or wrong, he always say yes, yes, yes. Likewise, the other friend is dominating his expression over the next friend, so that even though the matter is right or wrong, not tested by the recessive friend, or dominant is going to always expressing his expression, not listening the other friends, what he talking, what he is discussing. Now likewise, here dominant means the character which is expressed in F1 generation or in a first generation, and the character which does not express, that is the capital T is dominating over small t, means tallness is dominating over darkness, means tall is a dominant, means the character which is expressed in the generation is called as dominant, and the character which does not express in the first generation, or the character which is get suppressed in the generation, is called as recessive. This is dominant, capital T, even though this genotype we can say it as a tall, not called as tall by the Mendel. Even though small t is present, but capital T or tallness is dominating over small t. So the phenotype of the plant is tall, means tall is dominant, and the small t, even it is present, it does not expressing, it gets suppressed by this capital T, and this is called as recessive character. Then question arises whether the recessive character is expressing or not. Friends, the recessive also expressing whenever only the allele, same allele in the recessive form is present. That is, whenever the dominant is absent, the recessive is expressing its expression. Small t, it means that dominant is not present. At that time, the small t result into formation of dwarf plant, that is dwarf or short height of the stem. It means that dwarfness also expresses. Whenever it is in presence of or with the capital or dominant, the recessive character does not expresses or not allowed to express by the dominant character. Now, dominant and recessive, after that, phenotype. Phenotype means everything that may be living or non-living. The phenotypes must be nothing but the external appearance of an organism. Suppose this is a chalk. It is a white color. We can say, because observation is concluding that the white chalk, which is a cylindrical, whatever this character we are observing, these are the phenotypes of this chalk. Likewise, in case of Mendel's experiment, Mendel expresses the phenotype, that is an external appearance of an organism. That may be height of the stem, the stem height we can observe. If tall is there, tall we can say. If dwarf is there, dwarf we can say. Sometimes purple color flowers are observed, we can say purple color flower. Sometimes white color flowers are observed, we can say white color flower. Means whatever the observation made by our eyes or observed, that is visible only, that is called a phenotype of that particular thing. Here in case of the plant, phenotype was observed by the Mendel and phenotypic ratio also given by the Mendel. Then genotype. Now, as phenotypes are the external appearance, but genotypes are not observed by externally, we can just discuss after observing the genetic combination only, the genotypes are observed, or we can say express the genotypes. Genotypes are the genetic combination of particular organism, and it is generated by, suppose the plant is tall, then the genes are in the form of capital T or capital P small t, these are the genotypes of the tall plant. This is pure tall or homozygous tall, and this is hybrid tall or heterozygous tall. Means whenever we are using the symbols for the particular character as a genetic combination, the genetic combination of an organism is called as genotype of that organism. Here capital T are the genotypes for the pure tall plant, and capital T small t are the genotypes of the hybrid tall plant. Now homozygous, when the characters or contrasting character taking single pair, two pairs or three pairs, then the whatever the number of genes, suppose a height of the stem is taken, and for that capital T and small t, these are the suppose genotypes of a plant, then capital T are the same, both the alleles are the same. When both the alleles are the same in the same form, then the particular organism is homozygous for that tallness. Now this is also homozygous for the dwarfness. Heterozygous is also called as hybrid. Now homozygous, likewise heterozygous. Heterozygous means whenever both the alleles in the combination are different or contrasting. This is not a homozygous, this is called as heterozygous. Contrasting alleles are one dominant and other recessive. These are both are different expressing different characters. One is dominant, that is tall, and other is dwarf. Both are different genotypically, so we can say this is the heterozygous. Now this is also called as pure, this is hybrid. Now pure line is the same term, that is whenever homozygosity is there, pure line varieties are created by the homozygous organism or plant. And monohybrid, the last term, the term monohybrid, indicating that mono means one and hybrid means a combination of two different characters, that is one is dominant, another is recessive. That is monohybrid means, in short we can say, the organism which show when hybridization experiment done, at that time the resulting progeny or offspring will be heterozygous, result into considering single pair of contrasting character, or due to considering single pair of contrasting character, the resulting cross or crossing takes place, and monohybrid considering single pair of contrasting character is produced. Suppose this is tall but hybrid. Tall hybrid means height of the stem is a single character, that is when taken for a cross, means single character is taken at a time. Whenever the character is single, we can say mono, and for that single character this is the hybrid, so called as monohybrid. When we can take it rather than the mono, two characters at a time, we can say it as a dihybrid, or when three characters taken, we can say it as a trihybrid likewise. Okay, so these are some of the terminology which are repeatedly used by the Mendel. In next period we will see the experimental steps made by the Mendel. Okay, we are staying today here. I think you will well understand, and if any doubts, please ask me, as we know the contact number 7057219457.